How to use correlation. In today's video, I'm going to show you a more advanced way to describe the relationship between two or more variables. Hi, my name is John and I'm from Business Focus, helping your business achieve your goals. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and let's get started. Correlation is a numerical measure that describes the relationship between two variables. If you want to learn more about the basics on what correlation is, you can check out my other video, How to Use Correlation, Part 1. If you're still here or you're finished watching the other video, we can now continue with our discussion. Many businesses often try to make connections or even relationships what affects revenue or sales, profit, and even expense. Since one of the primary objectives of many businesses is to maximize revenue or profit, minimize cost or expense. More often than not, there are many variables that have connections or relationship toward revenue, profit, or even expense. That's why we use correlation to determine what type of relationship or describe the relationship between said variables so that we can make better decisions. In order to use correlation, we simply go to Data tab, select Data Analysis, and once a window appears, we select Correlation, then select OK. Then another window will appear. You'll be asked to input your data here. We now pause for some important reminders. Now, some of you may be wondering, how can we use correlation if some of our variables in the dataset comprised of categorical or qualitative data, from types of customer to methods of payment, to status, to gender. Now, there are two ways of going about. You can assign a value. In the case of gender, you assign 1 to male, 2 to female, or vice versa. Once you've done that, you can do the same for the other variables. Now you can use correlation. Now back to our main program. So instead of just selecting two variables here, we'll select the entire dataset here from types of customer all the way to status. Next is make sure the grouping is column. Then next is to check the box that says labels. And finally, where you want your data to be displayed. In my case, I prefer using the existing worksheet. So make sure you select an unoccupied cell, otherwise it will not work. Then select OK. Here we have a correlation matrix. It may look daunting at first or even confusing, but the values represented here indicate what type of relationship exists between the different variables. For example, take a look here at the relationship between mode of payment and type of customer. The correlation value here is 0.22, which indicates a positive and weak relationships. Which makes sense since type of payment is not dependent or is based upon the type of customer. Whether you're a new customer or old customer, you can pay any form of payment, whether cash or credit card or other forms of payment, which makes sense. On the other hand, what we're focused on is what type of relationship exists towards net sales, since the primary objective of any business is to maximize sales. On the other hand, what we're interested here is to find out what type of relationship exists between the different variables towards net sales. So we can clearly see here it ranges from positive to negative, strong, and weak. And our key takeaway here that the relationship between items and net sales is 0.76, which describes a positive and strong relationship. Which makes sense, since if items increase, the net sales will increase as well, and vice versa. So what do we do with this information? As a decision maker, we craft strategies in order to take advantage, to sell more items in order to generate more sales. Now, one thing to note, correlation only describes the relationship between variables. In order to be certain, you need to test the relationship. So you need to use regression. In order to learn more, you can check out my other videos, how to use regression. And that concludes our discussion on correlation. Now, if you find this video helpful, you can hit the like button and support the channel. For more guides, tutorials, and tips, you can check out my other videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.